Hello, virtual world lovers. I'm gonna tell you 10 reasons right away why you should start up and open your bar, your club, your project in Ibiza. And these reasons are very straightforward. First of all, one thing that is really important to explain you, it's that opening a club, it's an investment in time and money. You don't need rivers of money to open a club, but you will have to wait quite a bit until you see your income getting even with your spending. I'm not talking just about the rents. The rents are not the most expensive thing in a bar or a club, but time and money. Okay, when you open a club, things take time. I know people who own bars and clubs, and I've watched through all these years, 15 years experience in Second Life. I've watched many forums, YouTube videos about people owning clubs. By the way, my mask is just because I bought a high quality body, but I still haven't bought my high quality head, so I'm using a mask. It will come, but full region rental comes first. So you will really need to have some patience and wait until your club is successful. And I'm talking about maybe 1, 2, sometimes 3 months until you see your business, your club business flourishing. As I told you, I've seen many sources, direct friends, and in the online sources, and most of the people, they open clubs because they want to have fun. They are always aiming for the club to pay for their rental and wages, salaries, expenses for their hosts or for their DJs or live musicians. So they at least want that. Usually they manage to achieve that, but many people call it a sinkhole for money. Okay, it's not the business where you're gonna start making money the first week, neither the second, neither the third week. So with that in mind, why not? You have two options. Either you go by yourself, you get yourself a sim or a quarter of a sim, and you spend a real good amount of money in that and loads of time in building, and that is just before you can open your club. Or you come to Ibiza where everything is ready, you just have to decorate and start right away. Sometimes in 1 or 2 days you're ready to go. But I'm going to tell you the 10 reasons why your bar or your club, your venue, should be in Ibiza Life in the sim called Taylor, which has its own URL on the description. First reason why you should open your bar in Ibiza Life. You don't have to get your land. You don't have to get a commitment and start renting a sim or a half sim or a quarter sim or whatever. You don't have to look for your land. You don't need to be looking at covenants and rules, because if you don't rent a whole sim, you will end up renting part of a sim from a landlord, and that comes with covenants and rules. You can do this, you cannot do that. You can build this, you cannot build that. Fuck them. Okay? Let's go for freedom. So, one of the reasons is you don't have to look for land. The land is here, the whole sim is here, ready for you, and you have a nice place for your bar. So, the land, it's one less problem you will have. The second reason why you should open your club, start up your club in Ibiza, it's because you don't have to build the decoration. I mean, if you open a club, the club must be in a forest, in a city, in a fantasy world, in the sky, whatever. But there should be, or there must be, something around the club, like, where is the club? It's in an urban space, natural. So you need to build and terraform and decorate at least the part of the sim you are using for your club. And that takes forever, and it takes some skills, and maybe you don't have those skills or you don't have time for that. Here you have a whole sim already built, already decorated, the streets, the environment. People come to Ibiza to have fun, not just for clubs. Some of them, we have 6 tenants living in Ibiza already, and everything is built, the atmosphere, the theme, the type of sim, and that's all done. You just need to go inside your club and open up to Ibiza Life, regular users and community. So no land, no build. Another very important thing is, the third reason why you should open, it's because it's Ibiza. Ibiza, it's filled, this sim, it's filled with stuff for people to have fun for free, to have holidays, to have their homes, to have their parties, and to enjoy the sim. There is an atmosphere, and there are 3 words I always use in Ibiza, which is fun. This is all about fun. This is all about friends, meeting friends in parties, in regular meetings I do, and in future things I will invent to get people together. So friendship, I'm always trying to cultivate that aspect of Ibiza, and freedom. Many of the fucking rules you find in other places limiting your creativity are not here. Total freedom. So you have a sim which means fun, beach, sun, music, sex and drugs. So that's where you want to open your club, in a themed sim with appropriate themed and functionalities for a club. What else? Where else would you open a club if not in Ibiza? The fourth reason is no lag. This is a full region, and I'm very obsessed with prims, with low prims, with low lag. I'm always testing stuff. I usually go to region and I test, I make a list of the objects, and the objects that can have a little bit more of lag, I replace them for other ones. You can see, for example, being a full region already helps. I'm really careful with that. I have many stuff around the sim, many interactive stuff, decorations and animals, many things people can touch and do and use, but all taken very carefully. I'll show you a picture when there was a party here, and you can see this is the sim. It's called Taylor. There are 15 adults. It's a party here in a previous club that was here. 15 adults, and you can check the time dilation of the simulator, 998, and the sim FPS 4545, with 15 adults having a crazy damn party. Zero problems with the lag. It doesn't even affect the lag. So with 20-25 people, you won't have any problem. Okay, so this is a very important factor. You can be in a sim where the owners don't take much care, or you can be renting a quarter of a sim. You behave really well regarding prims, regarding lag. You are very worried, but you are using your quarter sim, and the crazy 3 neighbors you have on the other quarters, they bring heavy stuff. They don't care about lag, and they affect your club because the rest of the sim, it's careless about that. So this is a very important aspect of Ibiza. Low prims and very low lag, and I'm very obsessed about that. I also had a concert, a live concert with around 19 avatars, no problems at all. So that's very important with the place you choose, okay? And even if you choose a place where your quarter of sim, where your neighbors can be nice guys, those rents can be over, and then next week you have a new neighbor who does crazy things on the server and takes away the good atmosphere because you start creating lag on the sim. So you never know. Here it's granted. It's my sim, my region. I take care of it, and it's here to stay. Another reason is the community. You are opening a club. I will show you the club right away. You are opening a club in a sim that already has many visitors, already has a growing community, or already has tenants. There are many people already in the group, in Ibiza group. So you are taking advantage on people that live here and that visit here regularly. And those peoples will see your club, because there are only two places to rent huge, massive clubs. And they are right here, and they are both free right now, and you can take one of them or even both. So you are taking advantage of a community that will find your club and will try your parties, join your own group, etc., etc. So that it's also a plus. You're not opening in a place that nobody knows, nobody goes there, and you have to do all the work calling people or dragging people into your land. Okay, that's another big advantage in Ibiza. Also, besides your group, your club group, of course you must create a group. Besides that, you where you do all your notices, I have Ibiza group, and your parties will also be advertised on Ibiza Life group. So everyone, even people that are not right here to see your club in front of them, they will get the notices from your parties. I will send them as soon as you tell me. You send me a note card or an instant message, whatever, and I'll publicize your parties, because your parties, your success, it's my success. I want this sim alive, with high traffic, with people, with a growing community. So I will help you out with my group. And also, the main landing area, the arrivals, has a huge event board, and your parties will be there. You just make sure you send me the information one day before or whenever you schedule, and I'll be glad to include them on the whole sim events board. So that's also a plus. It's not just you alone with your group, with your board in your club. Okay, the whole sim will work for your success. Now, one of the most important features, the most important reasons, which is the seventh reason why you should open your club in Ibiza Life. Ibiza. Total freedom. As long as you stay inside your parcel, you have your own parcel. You can res whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. It can be a club that has stores for rental, like sub-rental. You can have artboards. You can have stuffs for sale. You can have sex workers here, escorts. You can have whatever side business you want to do, because usually the way that people find faster to cover the expenses of a club, it's to have some artboards, some stuff, some sales, and some even sub-rent to other people. So that will help, and you have enough space to do all that, and that will help. And that's total freedom for you. What you raise, the types of parties you do, the adult or not, the style you want. Just one thing, don't refuse entrance to anyone, okay? No matter how they are dressed, it's just that. But of course, if they are trolling, you'll have the power to eject them, of course. Any club owner must have that power. So that's a very important reason. Most of the sims, they will have owners that will have a covenant, and they will demand you do this, but don't do that. Careful with this, careful with that. Oh la la, you are doing a brothel, you are doing escorts, you are doing what? It doesn't matter. This is Ibiza. Ibiza is about fun, friends, and freedom. And it's about summer, holidays, fun, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. So whatever music you play, whatever style you want to decorate, whatever type of events you want to do orgies, naked orgies, do it. It's your club. Total freedom on what you do. And you don't find that in many sims. They say, yeah, it's your club, yeah. But then they want this, please, this, not that. Not here. Freedom, it's one of the flags of Ibiza, okay? The eighth reason is you have total control. The only thing you cannot do in your club is terraform, okay? So you have total, this is a group land. When you arrive, you can rent and start raising right away as soon as you pay your rent. But then I will come right away as soon as I can. But you can already res and start building stuff. But then I will come and I'll give you a special group tag where you have extra powers. You can change the parcel name. You can change the parcel media, of course, sounds, streams, etc. You control that, so that makes your life easier as a club owner. Your DJs, your performance, they give you the streams, you change it right away. You can change the picture, the name, the description. So when people are inside your bar, they look up in the viewer and they see your bar name on your parcel. You can also, I will offer you that, the option in your parcel, the option that says show in search, pay 30 linders per week. You can check that box. I am the one who's gonna pay because this is this land is all in my Ibiza group, so I'll be the one paying for that. It's included. And you also have the perms with the special tag I will give you. You also have the perms to go on Second Life official events webpage. But many people check that page because people do, it's 3 p.m., it's 5 a.m. What type of events are happening? And they go and check the page. So it's Linden Labs will charge you 50 lindens for that. And when you are announcing your events on Second Life main events page, you have the option to link the event to a specific parcel, and your parcel allows that. So you can link your event to your club parcel right away, so people will land right inside your club, okay? And you also have freedom to create landmarks wherever you want in your club and send them. This sim allows total freedom in terms of where you teleport. It's not those kinds of sims where people want to go here or there and they are forced to land on the arrivals place every time. No. The arrivals is for whoever comes from outside and is looking at the sim for the first time. After that, you create your landmarks and distribute your landmarks freely. So, total control. You also will have the power to eject anyone who is not behaving as you wish. And that is really important because you know how it is. Sometimes some people do not behave as they wish. Your staff, your partner, your business partner, your DJs, your hosts, whoever you bring, you can ask me to give them, they can subscribe the group right away. It is a group, they can start raising also inside, so no need to call me. But then I will also give them, if you ask me, the special Ibiza Group VIP tag with all those special powers, so they themselves can change the media. You don't have to be there, they can res, they can eject trolls, etc, etc, etc. So total control on your land, okay? Except Terraform, of course, and except ban lines. Nobody's gonna use ban lines in a sim where everybody loves it. You can eject trolls, so no need for ban law. You can add people to your parcel into the ban list. The troll that comes back, you must ban them for good on your parcel. That's also on the perms. Which one is the 9 reason you should run in Ibiza Life? The 9 reason, it's help. I will help you out the best I can, but I will not ignore your project. The couple that ran a club for 2 months here, they went away because they want to resize things, they want to restructure their business, they are planning someday coming back to Ibiza, they loved it, it's all good between us, but they needed to stop, think, take away some stuff that was not going right on their club functions and include new stuff, so they are thinking about it and they don't want to be paying rent while they are thinking about it. But this is a sim where I must pay the full region, so whoever comes first to these 2 clubs now, first come, first served. So what are you waiting for? And I will help you out. For example, I will interview you, and I have a YouTube channel, so you will be interviewed about your project. Your project will show up in YouTube. If you want some kind of special crazy event and you want to go outside your parcel, if it's something temporary for one day, you can extend your party or your event to the common areas of the sim. We can put a platform in the middle of the ocean, etc. So Ibiza, it's a beautiful sim that it's really recreating what you can find in real life Ibiza. Even the shape of this base and the fortress and the beaches all here. Ibiza is filled with many spots, with many functions. This is not the video to talk about that. I have videos about that. But it's filled with things where people can have fun with friends for free. So many people use Ibiza just to have fun with the many features I offer here. So you will also be enjoying that, and I will help you out. We can make some temporary event and extra prims and use the common areas, as long as it's something temporary. So anyway, I can help you, or even give you some contacts of people you need for this or for that, or introduce you to other people in our meetings, etc. So that's something that many sims won't offer you. You just rent and that's it. You are on your own. So that's another reason the sim owner, my help. The last but not the least, I have two huge clubs for rental. I will show you the clubs, I'll show you the terms and the prices and the prims, but one very important reason: if you come first, you are opening a massive club. There's only space for two big clubs in Ibiza. I don't want to be... I mean, people can rent a small house and they can do a small club inside the house. They are free. But proper space with the layouts and the size and the prims for a club are these two ones. So if you come first, you will be the first to develop a huge, massive club in Ibiza. Ibiza is open, it's properly built from the last 30 days. It's open about 30 months, but it only started getting people on the last 2 months. So this is a startup sim. It's fresh and it's starting. So that means that if you open a massive club in Ibiza, everyone that doesn't know you and they come on my side, everyone in the community who uses the sim and find your club, everyone in my group who gets the notices, everyone that is using Ibiza, they will see your club as the first ones. So you will have the leads, you'll have the monopoly of the sim in terms of club. And I'm not just talking, as I told you, about your people. I'm talking about my people, people that live in Ibiza, people that rent in Ibiza, and people that come here just to enjoy. Come on, like you arrive. This is the arrival area. People arrive right here when they don't know where to arrive. They are just looking for the sim for the first time. There is a teleport system where the club's areas are mentioned and are in the menu. And when people is flying around, I mean, look at this. These are two massive clubs. You just need to write your name right there, the logo or whatever here. And there's no way anyone can pass by your club and not notice or try it out. So you are leading the parties in Ibiza, and the community will get used to you first. So leading the leading the movement, leading the music, leading the parties is also a very important feature for a club owner. Okay? Very well. Now, how do you rent a club in Ibiza? You just come to one of these clubs, either this or that one. I cannot put the two together because they have a division. And I think it's healthy to have two clubs. What you can do, if you want to take it all and have the real monopoly of the fun big areas in Ibiza, you rent both places. You do like a club here and a brothel here, or you do a store here and a club there, and one place is more on the outboard side or whatever, and the other place is the club properly. So you can use both spaces. I can even arrange for the same rental box. If you're using the two places, just pay one rental box. And I can also arrange like I will sum the premiums you get here and the premiums you get here. I'll put them together, and you can distribute those huge amount of premiums as ever you wish. Like you can put 80% of the premiums here and just 20% of the premiums here, as long as you don't go over the both clubs sum of premiums. You get the picture. So you have like a special landing pad here, and there's another special landing pad here. And if you open a club, I'll put your club name on these landing pads. They are part of the teleport system. So how are the clubs? First of all, you can choose. You have the rental box right here, and these are the terms and conditions. Each club is 2,000 lindens a week. It's not an abuse for the size and the amount of premiums you get, and all the reasons I gave you, the 10 reasons. And you get 800 premiums, which for any good experienced person, it's more than enough to do a massive, huge club. You already have the club layout right here. I'll show you better. So 800 premiums will be okay. If you think you need like 50% more premiums with 50% more rent, there's no problem. Like I can get you, like you start paying 3,000 a week, and instead of 800 premiums, you have 1,200 premiums. So for example, it's just an example, okay? We can arrange for that. And if you think it's too much, too many premiums, we can go back to the original 2,000 a week, 800 premiums. So I'm very flexible, and that's the part that most sim owners they don't have time for that shit. But I have time for that shit. I have time for your success, because your success, it's my success. I want a sim that it's alive, having parties, and all the users and tenants of Ibiza and the regular visitors can enjoy parties, so they will like my sim much better, and they will want to remain, and more people will want to move here with their stores, with their homes, with their brothels, with their sex clubs, with their churches. Everyone is accepted here. Total freedom in Ibiza Life. So you have this massive area. So like half the club, it's open space. So half the club has a huge ceiling. You can build whatever you want. You can do a bigger second floor, add stairs, whatever you want to do here. It's total freedom. But you already have here like a small separation, which is the upper part. These stairs are very wide, no bumping in the stairs. People can go right away into your second floor. You can build some stairs to the ground floor here, or you can do walls or create or just a balcony. So you have just a fence here for people not to drop. Or you can do a pool right here, and people here access the pool, for example. Whatever crazy idea you have my total support. And then you have the access, but it's nice in a club to have a big space where you can have stages and whatever you want to do with a high ceiling, but also already built a private area where you can separate stuff, maybe put the bar or tables, or do separate rooms for prostitutes or whatever you want to do here. It's up to you. AFK sex, whatever you want to do. And then you have this crazy, wonderful, beautiful roof where you can build a pool, you can build a garden, you can build whatever the hell you want. Maybe you could do like a small fence here just to separate from the other club. The only thing I would ask you, but it's not a condition, you don't have to obey that, it's not a rule, but what I think I would suggest you is that it will be nice to keep at least this area free of fences, because look at this, people, they are on your club, but they like to know where they are. It's a club in the middle of nowhere. It's urban, it's natural, it's fantasy. No, it's a club in Ibiza. Summer, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Come on. And total freedom and fun and friends. So, yeah, the roof is part of your club. You can build whatever you want to build here. You can build a Ferris wheel here, a pool, a garden, a mystery forest, whatever you want to do. There are your 800 prims. You can raise that with me and then get it back lower again. So you also have a door, which I think it's not very nice to have this door closed, but maybe while you are building you want to close it. It's like a massive gate. There you go. You just touch here and it's closed while you're building, or maybe you are doing a more private party, more crazy stuff. The parcel goes until here, so I can show you World Parcel Details. You have 1152 square meters, but remember, it's not just about the area you are taking, it's about the dominance of this club in the whole sim, and it's also about the 3 floors you can use. So that's triple the area of the parcel, because you have the 2nd floor and you have the roof where you can also build. Okay, so pretty much, just so you don't forget, I will just list right away the reasons why you should have your club in Ibiza Life. But before we end the video, and before that, I just want to remind you that a club takes time. In your first party, you'll have 3 people. The second party, you will have 5 people, then 6, then 8, then 10. It takes time. People in Second Life, they have their routines studied. They know that when they go to shop, they know when they meet friends, they know when there are meetings, they know where is the ballroom, they know which day of the week and which time is that party on this club, that club, this event, that event. So people follow schedules. To have a club with parties going on with loads of people, at least with 10 people, which is a decent number or more, you will need to be patient. You'll have to invest time and money. It's not too much money, but you'll have to be patient with time. Things take time. You have to be consistent. Like, you do parties every day, or if you cannot, you can do like 3 days a week or 1 day a week. But this is just my advice. It's your business, your club, your fun, whatever you want to do. It's just a tip, because I know many people who own clubs and it takes time. And do not expect your club to be paying for your rental in the first month or even 2 or 3 months when you are starting. It depends on the amount of parties you do, on the snowball effect, on the tips, on people. And the side business you can do here, like, as I told you, ad boards, sub-rents, bring freelancer DJs, freelancer strippers, freelance whatever, so they get their own tips and you get part of their tips. Then you can even be selling stuff here. You can have vendors to sell whatever the hell you want to sell here. So you can sell breathables here if you want, I don't care. It's your space. So but do not expect to be paying for everything like on the first month. Okay, so having a club takes time, consistency. You should do the same days of the week. You should be regular. You should be have your group and consistent. And people need that. They'll need to know, okay, Wednesdays in Ibiza, usually there's a party, or Saturdays, or whatever, or Mondays, or every day. There are parties every day. So they start bringing their friends, word of mouth. It takes time. Until people see notices from your group or my group and say, oh, here's another party, let's go. Until that happens, it takes time, because people need to know, okay, this is the day of the week, this is the club, this is the project, this is the brand, this is the name of the club. The name is very important. So be patient. Do not go for the moon right away. The last thing I should warn you is that you can pay your club weekly. There's no problem. You can even pay 5 days, the minimum. But the first time you rent, only the first time you rent, you'll have to pay for 3 weeks. Of course, you have 3 weeks ahead already paid, so that's okay. So you will have to invest 6,000 lindens, and that pays for 3 weeks. Only after those 3 weeks you'll have to pay again, and then you can do it weekly or each 5 days, however you please, because there is a great investment from me helping you out, setting up stuff. You may think there is not much stuff I need to do, but there will show up stuff. You will call me sometimes to help me here, help me there. We need this, we need that. So it's an investment from my side also. I will also be publicizing you, and I'll be helping you in this, especially when you start, and that takes some investment from me. So like people that come here for only 1 week when they start their club, then they give up and they go away. It's not a good investment for me. So the only thing I ask you, it's the first payment is 3 weeks. Nothing special about that. You have 3 weeks of peace of mind, like 1 week to build it up and tune it up and prepare the groups and stuff, and then 2 weeks without payments, of course, because they are paid in upfront. And you have 2 weeks with peace of mind to start doing your parties, your events, creating your side business with ad boards and side rentals or whatever you do. So it's the only special thing here. So it's a commitment from you. You got to show me some commitment. There's nothing special here. It's like 2,000 a week. You just pay the 3 weeks upfront, and then it's weekly. You also have this here, which I advise you after you rent, you cover this with a prim or whatever, or a picture, so people do not touch these, because it's allowed to be used by group. You can also have your staff using it, which is like you can choose here like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layouts for your wall. Like you can choose bricks. It's a little help. It's like an extra that you can use for your main layouts. So if you want a medieval place, a futuristic place, a more natural place, organic, whatever. And you also have some layouts, at least 1, 2, 3, 4 layouts for the floor. Like you can also change the floor, like medieval, bricks and dirt, or futuristic, or carpet, or whatever. So it's a nice touch, I think, for your type of theme. And then you just cover, and nobody else is gonna play with this. Let me change this because I don't want the visit card of the club. So wall woods and floor carpet. There is also grunge. So this will affect the whole club inside, the whole walls until the upper part, and then the flooring. Okay, this floor is always the same. It's like this now, but you can cover with your prims, whatever. You can rebuild 800 prims. It's pretty much. And remember, I am very flexible. You can tell me, oh, this is going well, but I want more prims. Please double my prims and double my rent, of course. And then if 1 or 2 weeks after that you find out, well, after all, I don't need so many prims and I can lower the rent, we can go back to original 2,000 prims and 2,000 lindens and 800 prims. So I'm flexible about that. Just don't ask me to pay 100 lindens for 100 prims. The base is 2,000 lindens, 800 prims, but we can go back to that base in case you want to increase, and then you find out you don't need to increase after all. It's just an example on how flexible I am on that side, okay? So before I go, remember these 10 reasons, and most of them you won't get them anywhere else where you want to open your club, at least not so easily and not so freely as I'm gonna list, just so you don't forget why the hell are you opening your crazy club in Ibiza. First of all, no need to find land, then no need to build around and create an area and scenario. You have Ibiza. Then you have a theme that it's themed, specially themed for clubs. It's all about fun and sun and music, and people connect the theme with the club right away. So the theme of the theme is also appropriate. No lag. You have an excellent care, which is me, for the low prim and the low lag, and I'm always obsessed with that. I'm always replacing stuff and changing stuff. Okay, so to make sure no lag, that's a very important matter in Second Life, as you know. A huge community that already exists in Ibiza, and it's growing each day. So you have a community that will meet your business. You won't be just like arriving here alone. You won't have to build your community alone from scratch. You are taking advantage of a community that already exists and lives and visits and uses the sim. You will be enjoying notices that I will send on my Ibiza group, so it's not only your group. So you are enjoying notices in my general sim Ibiza group for everyone. And your events will be on the sim general events board, where people land, where people check the events of the sim for today, for tomorrow, for next week, whatever. You will be listed there. That's also something many sim owners won't do for you. Total freedom. This is very difficult to find. Like, do whatever the hell you want in your club, whatever the hell you want in your club. I already explained that. So that amount of freedom, it's very difficult to find in other places. Total control. All the perms you need, all the fast things you need to change in your club, the media, eject people, all the things a club owner needs, you have them with your special group tag, and I can assign them to stuff that you will tell me, or your business partner, or other stuff. I can assign also those powers to them. So that's very important. Like, you want to change something, you want to change whatever you want to change in your parcel, and you don't have to be running and waiting for me. You have those powers, you can do it yourself, so, or your staff can do it. So that's also a very great plus. Total control on your parcel. Help from my side wherever you want. You might think, oh, the club it's about me. I don't have many reasons to ask for help. You will have all my assistance. Whatever I can do to help you out, wherever it's reasonable, of course, I will be sensible to that. So that's also a plus. And finally, leading. You are leading. You'll be the first one. Not the first one, because there was a project already here, but they are gone. So right now, when we are restarting parties and clubs in Ibiza, you will be the first one who will own half of the party life of Ibiza, which is these two big clubs. You'll be leading the party, the movement, the events. When people wake up on their homes or visit the sims, oh, what events does the sim have? It's your events. You are leading. You're the first one. It's where they are going to go if they want to go to events and parties. So you are leading the scene of music, party, sex, drugs, and rock and roll in Ibiza. Okay? This video has been quite a bit long. I hope I help you out, and I hope to see you very soon, because there are only two of them. Take one, take both. I don't care. Do whatever the hell you want to do here, and without so much work and so much constraints that other sims will give you. Everything is ready. You just have to decorate and start calling people right away. Thank you so much, and what the fuck are you waiting for? Cheers!